to dull your senses, to put you back to sleep, just as your breakthrough arrives. You were not overreacting. Your spirit was discerning what your mind could not yet name. But the Spirit of the Lord says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." Isaiah 60:1. Tonight, the silence is broken, the slumber is ending. You are being called into awareness, into fire, into purpose. In your home, a shift is taking place. Your home has been both a shelter and a battlefield, a place of comfort and a place where unseen words and unseen forces have tried to settle. Not everyone who crossed your threshold came in peace, and what was hidden in familiar faces is now being brought into the light. Walls that held secrets are beginning to speak. Invisible hands are moving what cannot be seen. If you watch closely, you'll see the signs. If you still your soul, you'll hear the whisper. If you open your heart, you'll feel the truth. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Revelation 3:20. Do not leave the door unopened. Chosen one, this message is not a warning, it is a calling. You were born for this moment. You were chosen to carry light into the darkest corners. Tonight will be a line in the sand for you, a before and after in your story. Now, as you step forward into this divine role, I invite you to declare your readiness. Type Amen in the comments below as a sign of your acceptance, as a bold statement that you are ready to step into your God-given purpose. And stay with me until the very end, because we'll be closing with a powerful prayer that will mark the beginning of everything that's about to unfold. And now, prepare your spirit for what must be revealed. For the Holy One is uncovering what has long been hidden in the shadows. You have walked with trust, with hope, with love open in your hands, believing the best of others, expecting honesty from those close to you. And yet, there has been deception in your midst. Not loud, not violent, but quiet, deliberate, calculated. A presence wearing the mask of peace while sowing confusion behind your back. One you trusted, one you never questioned. Their words may have sounded gentle, but they carried a different weight in secret. The Most High has seen what you could not, and now He is allowing you to see. For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. Luke 8:17. There has been a slow draining of your spirit, subtle, silent, a weight pressing against your clarity, decisions that didn't make sense, restlessness that lingered no matter how much you prayed. These weren't coincidences. These weren't just bad days. They were signs, whispers in the air, shifts in the spiritual realm. You were being watched not with love, but with envy, not with care, but with calculation. And those moments, those strange, sharp instincts that told you something wasn't right, those were not your imagination. They were the stirrings of discernment trying to break through. The unease you felt when certain people entered your space, the energy that left your body when particular names were mentioned, that was your spirit detecting what your mind couldn't yet grasp. Now, the time of uncertainty ends. The guessing is over. Your home, your sacred space, has been both a shelter and a battlefield. Not everyone who crossed your threshold came in peace. Some brought with them confusion, distraction, and spiritual interference. They spoke behind your back, cursed in the quiet, and smiled in your presence, but no more. The Holy One is pulling back the curtain. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with him. Daniel 2:22. This is not to shame you, chosen one. This is to awaken you. You gave your love freely. You opened your heart with sincerity, and that is beautiful. But now you are being called into a greater level of awareness, into wisdom, into holy discernment. Tonight, your eyes will open. You will see motives clearly. You will recognize faces for what they are. You will understand why certain doors never opened because they were never meant for you. Why certain people distanced themselves because they feared the light within you would expose the darkness in them. The manipulation ends tonight. The spiritual fog lifts tonight. The weight on your chest breaks apart tonight. You are not crazy. You are not weak. You are not overthinking. You were under attack, but now the defense of heaven is rising on your behalf. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Stay awake, remain alert. This is an hour of revelation. What was whispered in secret will be spoken aloud. What was hidden in shadow will stand in the light. You are being led into a new level of discernment, a deeper understanding of what has been happening behind the curtain. You will walk forward with sharper vision, with stronger boundaries, and with the clarity to protect the peace you fought so hard to keep. This night will mark a before and after. This moment will be remembered not for the pain of the truth, but for the power of finally seeing it. Nothing will remain hidden. Nothing will be the same. And when it happens, you will know it was the hand of the Most High that revealed it all. So stay aware, stay present. The truth is not coming to destroy you, it is coming to set you free. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. Let the unveiling begin. Now, as the hour deepens and the world grows quiet around you, the next part of the message unfolds, not as a continuation, but as a divine unveiling. These are not ordinary words. They were not crafted merely to comfort or to pass through the ears and fade with the night. These words carry the weight of heaven. They are timed, intentional, and etched with purpose. For the Most High, who sees what no eye sees and hears what no ear catches, is speaking now not into the air, but into the center of your reality. He has watched your walk. He has witnessed the prayers whispered through tears and the silence that followed the seasons of unanswered questions. He has stood guard over your household, even in the hours you felt abandoned. And now he reveals what has moved in the shadows. As you prepare for rest, as your eyes grow heavy, do not dismiss what is happening around you. This is not ordinary fatigue. This is not routine exhaustion. It is a spiritual fog, subtle, thick, and meant to dull your awareness just before the moment of revelation. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. 1 Peter 5-8. The Most High does not speak without reason, and this night is not like others. There is something shifting in the unseen, a presence, an energy, a force that entered quietly, unnoticed, but has lingered far too long. Whether through careless words, an object brought in, or an open door unknowingly left unguarded, something not of light has taken residence. It has observed, it has waited, and now it seeks to act. The strange unease you felt in recent days, the chills, the confusion, the dreams that didn't feel like dreams were not coincidences. They were nudges, warnings, invitations to pay attention to what lies beneath the surface. This is not just about your physical space. This is about the intersection of realms, when the seen world meets the unseen, and the spiritual atmosphere you dwell in begins to respond to forces that most refuse to acknowledge. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Ephesians 6:12. Yes, there have been people trusted, familiar, who entered your home with impure intentions, some knowingly, others unknowingly, but they left behind more than memories. Their words carried weight. Their presence shifted things. Their silence concealed what heaven now chooses to reveal. Conversations were had in corners, declarations were made in your absence, and the atmosphere changed. What you're sensing tonight is not paranoia. It is not overthinking. It is your spirit discerning what your natural mind cannot explain. You have been too kind, too open, too willing to see only the good. And while that purity has been precious to heaven, it is now time for wisdom to walk beside love. This is not a night to sleep without prayer, not a night to lay your head down without standing in spiritual authority. You have more power than you've used. You have more right to protect your home than you've realized. I have given you authority to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. Luke 10:19. You are not defenseless. You are not outnumbered. But you must rise. You must speak. You must confront what has tried to blend into the background. This is the night it ends. Speak truth over your space. Deny entry to anything that was never sent by heaven. Cleanse not just the rooms of your home, but the spiritual residue of conversations, objects, memories, and energies that don't belong. What has lingered in silence will no longer have the right to remain. This is not to bring fear. This is to bring clarity. For when truth enters, darkness must flee. When light fills a space, there is no room left for what hides. And the Most High, who has watched over your rising and your resting, who has covered you in ways you never even knew, now commands what was hidden to come into the light. Let this be the night the air shifts, the night peace returns, the night your home becomes fully your own again, cleansed, claimed, covered by the presence of the one who reigns over all. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27:1. It has begun, and nothing that was not sent by him will remain. Now that the truth has been revealed, now that the fog has lifted and the hidden has come to light, what follows is not suggestion, it is instruction, and this instruction is sacred. The Holy One who watches over you does not speak idly. When he moves, it is with purpose, and when he warns, it is so that you may act not in fear, but in wisdom. Now that you know the weight of this moment, you are being entrusted with specific steps to guard what is yours, to cleanse what has been polluted, and to walk with the spiritual authority that has always been yours to carry. These next words are not symbolic or poetic. They are practical spiritual tools, disciplines of light that must become a rhythm in your life. First, cleanse your atmosphere with your voice. There is power in your declaration. Life and death are not floating concepts. They rest in the tongue, as written in Proverbs 18:21. Your voice, when aligned with heaven, becomes a sword that cuts through spiritual interference. Walk your home slowly, intentionally. Move through each room, bedroom, hallway, kitchen, closets, even those forgotten corners, and speak with authority. Every presence not sent by the Most High, leave now. Every confusion, every heaviness, be removed. This space belongs to God. Your voice in your home is like the trumpet that brought down the walls of Jericho. It doesn't need to be loud, but it must be bold. Second, guard the gates of your life. The entry points, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, are sacred. What you watch, what you hear, what you entertain, all of it shapes the atmosphere around you. Music that brings chaos, conversations that sow doubt, gifts that feel spiritually off. These are not harmless. If an object or person causes consistent unease, trust that feeling. The Holy Spirit often whispers before He speaks. Respect the nudge. Remove what disrupts your peace. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. Third, establish a rhythm of prayer. Your home doesn't need to be filled with long speeches or rehearsed verses. What matters is consistency. A few words, spoken with faith, shift the spiritual temperature. Each morning, whisper, "Lord, go before me." Each night, "Lord, cover my rest." These small declarations are not small to heaven. They are keys that unlock protection, awareness, and peace. Over time, your home becomes a place the enemy cannot linger, not because of superstition, but because of sustained presence. Fourth, pay attention to the signals. There are moments when something in you suddenly feels off. A cloudiness in thought, a drop in peace, a sudden, unexplained fatigue. These are not coincidences. These are spiritual alerts. When they happen, pause, write them down. Over time, patterns form and discernment becomes a sharpened gift, not a vague sense. Remember, Samuel learned to recognize the voice of the Lord only after first mistaking it. You are learning too. Fifth, be wise with your inner circle. Spiritual sensitivity thrives in peace and trust. But not all who are close carry peace. Some bring quiet competition, masked manipulation, or unresolved darkness. The enemy rarely storms the gates. He often comes in through those already inside. Ask the Most High to reveal who carries alignment and who does not. And when He reveals them, release what must go, with peace, without guilt. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Sixth, let gratitude be your daily defense. Gratitude is not soft, it is a spiritual force. When spoken aloud, it disrupts the darkness. When you thank God for what He has already done, your home begins to vibrate with light. Anxiety loses its grip. Confusion fades. Your spirit steadies. Even in stormy seasons, thanksgiving builds an unshakable foundation. Finally, end your day with truth. Before you close your eyes, speak this declaration, not from fear, but from faith. What God has given me cannot be touched. What God has placed in this house cannot be removed. What God has spoken over my life cannot be undone. Repeat it until your spirit stops trembling, until peace wraps around you like a blanket, until your home feels still again. These are not chores, these are not rituals. These are acts of spiritual warfare rooted in love. This is how you partner with heaven. This is how you keep the doors of your home and your heart guarded, not by force, but by faithful presence. And as you walk in these truths daily, you will notice the shift. The light will return, the confusion will lift, the weight will break. What once snuck in silently will now flee openly. Because when one walks in divine awareness, nothing in the spirit can catch them unaware again. For it is written, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." Isaiah 26:3. So walk forward now, not afraid, but awakened, not shaken, but established. This is how you protect what is sacred. This is how you take back what was quietly stolen. This is how you live fully covered, fully aware, fully aligned with the one who has always been watching over you. There is something stirring beneath the surface of your life tonight, something sacred, something decisive. You may not see it with your natural eyes, but it is there, pulsing like a heartbeat beneath the skin of your reality. The air carries a weight that cannot be measured by temperature or sound. This is the breath of transition, a moment carefully chosen by heaven, waiting not to unfold on its own, but to respond to your awareness. The outcome of this night will not depend on fate. It will depend on your posture, your willingness to stay awake, to lean in, to act. If you dismiss the still small voice stirring within you, if you ignore the inner shift and fall back into passivity, then what was meant to be disrupted will proceed undisturbed. The cycle will continue. The atmosphere will remain clouded, and the divine moment knocking at your door will pass in silence. But if you respond, if you move in alignment with what is being whispered into your spirit, then everything changes. The atmosphere breaks open, the hidden begins to surface. And the power of God's presence steps in, not only to cleanse what is impure, but to awaken what is holy within you. This is not the time to be passive, not the time to delay. This is the time to rise, to take up the authority that has been yours all along, but went unrecognized in seasons of pain and confusion. For though the battles have been many, and though your nights have been long, you were never abandoned, not once. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are ever before me. Isaiah 49:16. He never took his eyes off you, even when silence stretched for weeks, even when betrayal cracked the ground beneath your feet, even when those you trusted the most looked through you as though you had become invisible. His gaze remained, his presence endured, his hand shielded what you couldn't see. Tonight, he speaks not just to warn, but to commission. This is more than a moment of exposure, it is a divine invitation to elevation. What is unfolding is not only the unveiling of spiritual interference around you, but the unveiling of sacred strength within you. You've been carrying more than the weight of your own emotions. You've been absorbing the undercurrents of rooms, sensing spiritual tremors before others could name them. For years, you believed that made you fragile. But it was never fragility, it was sensitivity shaped for spiritual discernment. And while others dismissed your instincts, heaven trained them. You wondered why your heart broke deeper, why your spirit felt heavier in places that looked peaceful on the surface. You couldn't explain why you recoiled from certain words or felt drained after seemingly simple encounters. These were not emotional reactions, they were spiritual signals. And now, heaven is affirming what your soul always knew. You were never imagining it, you were perceiving it. Consider Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely imprisoned. For years, his gifts were buried beneath injustice. But the pressure didn't destroy him, it refined him. When the moment of revelation came, Pharaoh said to him, "Since God has shown you all this, there is none so discerning and wise as you are." Genesis 41:39. Joseph's story wasn't about escape, it was about emergence, and so is yours. What has been weighing on you, the fatigue, the confusion, the stretching, has not been wasted. It has been forming a strength that cannot be undone by circumstances. It is the strength that allowed David to face Goliath, not with armor, but with memory. The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine. 1 Samuel 17:37. It is the strength that forms in hidden places, in dark rooms, in moments no one applauds, but heaven sees. Now, the very qualities you once questioned in yourself, your sensitivity, your quiet resistance, your ability to feel what others dismiss, are being revealed as sacred tools. You were not designed to fit in. You were designed to perceive, to protect, to discern what others miss. And for that very reason, you've been under pressure not because you are weak, but because you are called. The enemy did not resist you because you were easy to break. He resisted you because you were becoming hard to deceive. That pressure you felt, it's breaking now. That confusion that clung to your mind like fog, it's lifting. That weight that settled over your chest like silence, it's dispersing. Because the moment your awareness aligns with heaven's truth, the enemy's grip begins to slip. Tonight, the spiritual veil is thinning, not just around you, but within you. This isn't just about cleansing a room or removing a weight. It's about recognizing who you are, what you carry, and why your awakening matters. The shaking you felt was not destruction, it was realignment. It was heaven moving you out of rooms where your light was being dimmed, out of cycles where your spirit was being drained, and into a space where you could finally breathe again. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. You are stepping into a new level of perception. You are learning to trust the Spirit more than the surface, to walk by faith, not by patterns, to protect your peace as fiercely as your purpose. And here's what the enemy never wanted you to realize. You were never just surviving, you were sharpening, quietly, steadily. And now, heaven is calling that sharpened spirit into full visibility. So, do not shrink back, do not numb yourself, do not call this moment just another night. This is the divine unveiling of who you truly are. This is the hour when clarity replaces confusion, when strength silences shame, and when the weight you carried becomes the witness of the authority you now walk in. And no force in the unseen realm can stop what has already awakened in you. Not now, not anymore. Now lean in, chosen one, for heaven is still speaking, and this moment, this very night, is not ordinary. The room you're in, the stillness surrounding you, even the quiet rhythm of your breath, are all part of something larger, something holy, something set in motion long before you were even aware of it. There is movement tonight, not chaos, not random noise, but purposeful shifting in the unseen realm. It's not designed to frighten you, but to make you alert. While your eyes only see the surface, the eyes of the Most High see it all. Every hidden whisper, every attempt to unsettle you, every force that thought it could approach undetected, none of it escapes him. There are conversations that never reached your ears, intentions you never suspected, but heaven intercepted them all. Nothing in the dark can hide from his gaze, for nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight. Everything is uncovered and laid bare before the eyes of him to whom we must give account. Hebrews 4:13. Yes, there are those who have spoken with authority. They were never given those who have released words into the air, hoping they would land on your spirit like seeds of doubt, fear, or division. But the soil of your life belongs to God, and no seed planted without his permission will ever take root. He has already gone ahead of their plans and dismantled their designs before they had time to grow. And tonight, as you prepare to close your eyes, you need to know this. You are not sleeping alone. Heaven does not retreat when you rest. The very God who neither slumbers nor sleeps has stationed his presence around you, not in theory, but in tangible power. You may not see the angels, but they are there. You may not hear their swords draw, but they have been unsheathed. You may not feel the shift in the room immediately, but it has already begun. You are covered, surrounded, defended by a presence that silences every storm. There was a prophet once, Elisha, surrounded by enemy armies, and his servant panicked at the sight of so many soldiers. But Elisha said, "Don't be afraid. Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." And then he prayed, "Lord, open his eyes so that he may see." And suddenly, the servant saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire surrounding them. 2 Kings 6:16-17. That is the truth over your life tonight. You have been anxious, not because you're weak, but because you've sensed the battle without yet seeing the protection. You felt the tension, the unease, the strange heaviness, but tonight, the Most High is opening your eyes. What felt like pressure is actually positioning. What felt like restlessness was your spirit being awakened to movement in the spirit realm. And while the enemy thought you would stay up worrying, you will instead lie down in peace. While confusion tried to knock at your door, the clarity of God is already filling the room. You may not realize it yet, but the atmosphere is shifting around you, even now. Every unseen disturbance that tried to attach itself to your thoughts is being driven out, not by your strength, but by His presence. He has seen every attempt to disturb your inner peace. He has watched the slow creep of thoughts that were not yours. Ideas whispered into your mind, hoping you'd claim them as truth. You're not safe. You're alone. Things are falling apart. These were not your thoughts. They were intrusions. But now they are being evicted. Their access has been revoked. Tonight, peace is not just a feeling. It is a declaration. A divine reality taking up space where fear once lingered. The Lord gives strength to His people. The Lord blesses His people with peace. Psalm 29:11. Even the betrayal you didn't see coming, the people who entered your life with hidden motives, are being dealt with. There is someone who tried to position herself in matters she had no spiritual authority to touch. She moved when she should have stayed still. She spoke with a tongue not guided by truth but by jealousy. And while her presence may have seemed harmless, her intention was never clean. But you, chosen one, do not need to chase clarity through confrontation. You do not need to unmask her with your own hands. Heaven is already doing it. The one who sees the heart is exposing what needs to be seen, not to embarrass, but to protect. He is revealing the layers you were never meant to carry. You will no longer feel conflicted over who belongs in your space. Loyalty will no longer be confused with obligation. Trust will no longer be given where discernment says no. This is the divine disentangling. A separation not to punish, but to preserve. You have prayed for clarity. This is how it comes. Not always enlightening, but in the gentle unraveling of what no longer serves your growth. Let not your mind replay old conversations tonight. Do not let it wander back to moments that left you questioning your worth, your instincts, or your voice. The enemy tried to tangle your confidence in memories that were designed to fracture you, but the Most High is breaking those patterns. You will not lie awake in regret. You will not rehearse the words that wounded you. You will not worry about the things you cannot change, because tonight He is changing them for you. Your prayer does not need to be eloquent. He is not listening for polished sentences. He is listening for truth. A whisper is enough. A sigh is enough. The simple ache in your chest is enough for Him to draw near. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. Let your room be filled with that truth. Let it rise in the air like incense. Let it wrap around your body like warmth. You are not at risk. You are not vulnerable. You are not in danger. You are being watched over by the one who laid the foundations of the earth, who marked the seas with his voice, who commands legions of angels with a single word. Everything concerning you, every detail, every unseen moment, every hidden threat is already under his command. You will sleep tonight, not because your world is perfect, but because your spirit is anchored. You will rise tomorrow, not because every question is answered, but because you are carried by the one who holds all answers. This is not the night of your breaking, it is the night of your covering. Be still, rest deeply, trust fully. Nothing is out of place, nothing is outside his reach, nothing is more powerful than his hand upon your life. You are safe, you are surrounded, you are his, and you always have been. And now, chosen one, as this divine message draws to a close, let the weight of all you've heard not settle as mere words, but rise within you as living truth. For this is not just a message to remember, it is a turning point to live from. The veil has been lifted, not for a moment, but for a reorientation of your reality. What has been revealed to your spirit tonight must now become the lens through which you see your days, because what you received was not only comfort, but also commissioning, and to walk in the fullness of that requires not only awareness, but action. The sacred cannot remain confined to a single night. It must flow into the rhythm of your daily life. You were not awakened to retreat, you were awakened to respond. This clarity must shape how you move, how you choose, how you speak, how you steward your time, your peace, and your presence. Start by tending to your spiritual atmosphere with intention each morning before your feet touch the ground. Speak life into your space. Whisper truth before the noise of the day begins. In your kitchen, as you make your coffee or prepare a meal, speak gratitude aloud, even if your circumstances still carry weight. Let that thanksgiving shift the air. In your relationships, be mindful of who you let speak into your soul. You now carry discernment that demands boundaries. Not all affection is pure, not all advice is wise. Release yourself from the pressure to please those who were never meant to shape your direction. You've been called to peace, not to performance. When you feel the heaviness return, and at times it may, don't panic. Instead, pause. Ask the Spirit, what am I sensing? Begin journaling moments that feel off, even if they don't yet make sense. Over time, you'll see patterns emerge. That is how discernment matures, through tracking the quiet truths your spirit notices before your mind catches up. Do not be afraid to let things go. Physical objects, habits, routines, even relationships. If something carries a weight that makes your spirit shrink, honor that discomfort. If a place or possession feels spiritually unsettled, you don't need an explanation to release it. You only need obedience. Choose environments that stir your spirit to life, not those that demand you silence your sensitivity just to belong. And, in your resting hours, cultivate stillness. Turn off the voices of distraction before bed. Let your final thoughts be filled with truth, not timelines or to-do lists. Speak this over yourself as you close your eyes. I lay down in peace because the one who guards my soul does not sleep. It may sound simple, but such declarations build a fortified space around your mind, a shield the enemy cannot penetrate. Over time, these practices become more than habits. They become holy anchors. Anchors that keep you grounded when others drift. Anchors that keep your vision clear when the world grows dark. Anchors that allow you to walk in peace, not because your life is easy, but because your spirit is deeply rooted. You were never meant to live overwhelmed. You were meant to live aware. This, chosen one, is how you carry light into the darkness, not by striving, but by abiding, not by reacting, but by remaining. And as you continue forward, do not rush this awakening. Let it settle, let it reshape your lens, let it breathe through your choices. You are not returning to who you were. That version of you no longer fits where God is leading you. You are walking into places that need your light, your wisdom, your voice. You are being planted in environments that need what you carry, not because you are flawless, but because you are aligned. And alignment, not perfection, is what releases heaven's power into your everyday life. So, walk forward gently but boldly, live slowly but intentionally, speak less but carry more weight. And when the days feel ordinary again, remember this night. Remember the stirring. Remember the voice that found you in silence and told you the truth, because that truth is still echoing and it is calling you to live differently from here on. Now that your heart has been opened and the truth has been revealed, let us step into prayer not as a ritual, but as a divine conversation with the one who sees all, knows all, and covers you in perfect love. If you're in a quiet place,